Hello, 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 Vols land.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is 5:56 on Saturday, Saturday, October 23rd, 2021, and this is the Very Orange live stream for Alabama Week. I am your co-host, the erstwhile Super Genius Wiley, along with
I'm the other co-host, young Brandon,
and Brent. There you go, you got it. Other
here
side.
for the people.
Here for the people, here for the fans. If this would end up being your first time watching us, welcome. We hope you like it, and we'll be coming back to us moving forward. But it is the third Saturday in October,
Fourth.
well, fourth. Okay, I don't. Honestly, I don't count 5 weekends in October. I count. This is third, as far as I'm concerned. It's the fucking third. Okay, it's the third game. Is the third game I played in October? Third. Anyway, I don't care. We always play Alabama third Saturday in October. That's the name of the
Yeah.
book. That's the name of the fucking book. All right, so people can get over it. So we're walking into Bryant Denny. At least we're not playing at Legion Field.
Well, before we get to any of that,
Right.
let's go back over the clusterfuck that
We have to.
was Ole Miss, and
Well,
it's got one word: trash.
let's preface everything. I mean, we both know how we feel about this, and trash is probably the best word for it. The refs had our guys stewing, but we didn't need any encouragement.
Oh no.
They'd be pissy during this game. Okay, the refs. I mean, this is the lowest rate. This is the lowest rated crew in the Southeastern Conference this year, and
Yep.
they fucked us out of a first quarter defensive touchdown. They
Yeah.
did. They absolutely did
They
it.
bent us over and had their
Yes,
way.
yes.
That was such bull.
I mean, forward progress, my ass.
Yeah,
He
that
wasn't. I mean, two was not paying attention. He thought he thought what he was playing over. He got what he deserved for thinking. He wasn't. He didn't defend himself. Byron Young got the ball from him, picked it up, and ran it in the end zone.
and
And
you know, I was
there's no other way, two ways about it. They absolutely blew that call.
oh
And that's
absolutely
why,
that was
and
just
that's
ridiculous.
turns out that's ball game. So
Yeah,
we so the pressure they turned the pressure cooker up that much higher when they screwed that up.
yeah.
So I mean, now, granted, now, folks, if you watched
This gives
if you
no
watched the film with
excuse
me,
to the
yes,
crash that was
if you
there.
watched the show, was it Tuesday or Wednesday? Wednesday, Tuesday,
Tuesday, I think.
Tuesday behind the hedges. I mean, y'all know how I feel about what happened there in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
I mean, there's absolutely no excuse for the actions of the those idiots. That's what they are.
well,
Especially
and
in the student section.
I was
Who
accused by one of our friends, who's a Florida man, that I had all of a sudden changed my tune about any of this. And I'm like, hell no.
been
Um,
singing in fucking harmony? That's what
am
happened.
I sick of hearing about it? Yeah. Do
Yeah.
they deserve to hear about it and be kicked out? As far as I'm concerned, they could have a lifetime ban on these fucking morons.
I mean, I think the 250K should be spread equally among fraternity row.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. I love
It's
hearing
not like
that.
not like they can't afford it,
Right.
or the money should be taken out of student activities fund.
Well, and let's face it, this 250K, a teeny tiny drop in the
Not in the
bucket
bucket.
to any of
Well,
this.
they're saying, well, Tennessee doesn't need it because they're about to be out. They're about to be out $12 million, and I don't even want to go there right now. I mean, it's just I mean,
Um,
it just makes us look. I mean, Hendon Hooker, Cooper Mays did not deserve that.
no, and they played a hell of a football
Yes,
game.
they did. We held Ole Miss to 14 points in the second half of that ball game.
Yeah.
As banged up as we are, we did that. So so guys, we don't, I know Hendon Hooker never hear this, and I know hashtag Alante State will never hear this, and I know neither the Mays boys will probably ever hear this, but we don't deserve y'all. I'm serious. The way they behaved, they absolutely do not deserve y'all. And frankly, if y'all decided to go marching around Fraternity Row that night and beat some ass, I wouldn't have blamed you.
No,
I absolutely wouldn't blame you. Yeah.
which leads me, not even a roundabout way. How much does this take away from the team? What's going to be the after effect of all this shit? Because these boys are going to hear it here in about an hour.
I don't.
Um,
They're going to Tuscaloosa for God's sake. They're going to be hearing crap. They're going to be hearing shit.
that's true.
I mean, they're going to be here. They're going to be hearing 15, 15, 15. Since
Yeah.
2006, since we won. I mean,
2006.
that's so. That, you know, yeah, I have family who has gone out, who've gone and graduated from Alabama, who are still Alabama fans. And so I exempt them from what I'm about to say, considering the average level of class, and I don't mean socioeconomic. I mean just
Yeah.
behavior as human beings of the average Alabama fan. Yeah, I just it's not going to be a distraction.
Yeah.
Honestly, the fact that how many players have you heard comment on this week? None.
Well, I was just thinking about that the other day, and I think a large part of that is Heupel
Yeah,
saying, "Listen, we're not going to let this
be a
be a
distraction.
distraction."
And that to me is just that's all that needs to be said.
Yeah.
I mean, there are fans, but fuck them. We got a job to do, and we're gonna put on our hard hats, and we're gonna go out there and do our job. And that's all that ever needs to be said in that situation.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Alabama, we might as well delve into
Well, if we're gonna speak of Alabama, we're gonna have to misspell some stuff.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to,
Knock a few teeth out.
we're gonna have to go get some. We're gonna get some RC and moon pies. Although
Hey, that is a Chattanooga
I know, and
You shut your fucking mouth.
I hate that Chattanooga gets involved. The city that I dearly love gets lumped in with that shit. But still, we're gonna have to go get some Red Man and go get some Milo's tea.
So here are some numbers, and I'm gonna spew them forth. Numbers don't play football games. Hate to tell all y'all that. But the over under in this game is 67 points.
Spreads what was last I saw was 24.5.
Well, I was going to say the last thing I saw was they're giving us 25.
25. Well, and I think because it was 27.5, but that was before we knew that Hooker and the Mays brothers and Evans and Small.
So Hooker's definitely starting because
Hooker's definitely starting. As far as I know, Caden Cooper are back in the lineup or back on the line. Everybody is in their correct positions. I mean, Jerome Carvin's a good kid. He ain't no damn center.
Yeah.
He needs to be back at guard where he belongs. I hope. I mean, I hope everybody's healthy enough to stand up because I mean, we're giving up a crap ton of sacks, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't looked what the number is lately, but we're still the tops in the SEC, if not the nation, in the number of sacks we're giving up.
Yeah. And they are, let's see, fourth
You're fourth in
in
total offense. I know
in
that.
points per game.
Yeah, or points per game. The only thing, I mean, the only thing offensively that I have seen is that the only thing that offensively that we're ahead of them is yards per rush.
Yeah.
They don't have they you know they got one guy who's close to Hendon. We're he's running for about 7 yards. The guy's running a little over 6.
Yeah.
No, I can't remember which one it was. I'll have to switch screens and pull it up. But the one thing I did see is that Bryce Young is nowhere near their top rusher. And in
Yeah.
fact, I think that he's run for negative yards this year. So that tells me one thing: you put a pass rush on him, if you flush him out of the pocket, he is a lost little lamb out there.
Yeah.
So if he stays in the pocket, he's going to wear. He's going to be throwing to Minchie and to he's going to be throwing to Mechie and James Williams and Slade Bolden all night long. It's not
Yeah.
going to be, and it's not going to be pretty.
Well, that's and their best running back.
There's no doubt in my mind that we can score on Alabama. I think we can. The question is, can our defense hold up to keep them on? You and I both on Tuesday didn't know who our quarterback was going to be. We were operating the impression it was going to be Milton, and we both picked Bama to cover. And we might
Hooker.
be right. With the Hooker changes things for me. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
I can see us covering 25 points. I mean, I could see this being like a 35 to 20 game, something like that. But if we, I mean, it just
if we can hold up to that kid from Ole Miss like we did, their quarterback, he ain't, even though they mention him for that Heisman, he ain't there.
I'm sorry. If anybody, I don't know how anybody doesn't actually when they break down the stats of that game, and I'm gonna look it up real quick because for me, let's see, week 7. Full scoreboard. Let's look. Let's just look, because for me, Matt Corral's performance against us was absolutely. I mean,
mediocre.
He ran. Here are the statistics on the game. Okay, Ole Miss ran for 279 yards. Of that 279, Matt Corral ran for 195.
Yeah.
He ran for 195 and passed for 231. Okay. And his offensive line made him look really good on some of those runs because everybody's like, get him. Why can't we get him? Because they're blocked.
Fucking get. When I said mediocre, I was thinking about Bryce Young.
Their linemen blocking downfield were just did a hell of a job. I mean, you got to give him the O-line coach all the credit in the world. His boys gave.
How many times did our defense fall for that RPO? He's holding the ball and he runs for 10 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, the kid's good. You can't take that away from him. I didn't think it was Lane Kiffin that beat us. It was that Corral.
He beat us with his legs. And so Bryce Young is not.
No, and if we can keep up the pressure, I think we got a close one.
Yeah. And ironically for me, I mean, Matt Corral was banged up at the end of the game. I think he hurt his ankle, his right ankle. I can't remember.
Yeah, something like that.
But my thought was, if let's say Ole Miss has to start John Rice Plumlee as their starting quarterback this week, and Corral has to sit out. Which, I mean, it's too big of a rivalry to sit your stud quarterback. I'm sorry. I mean,
Yeah.
even I mean, LSU ain't what she used to be, but still, you're not going to do that. I think honestly, in LSU we're able to win. I think right there that shows you just how valuable Matt Corral is to your team.
Yeah.
I mean, I just I think he's a better Baker Mayfield than Baker Mayfield.
That's quite possible.
I think he does. I think he does those things.
Just a side note: do you think Baker's reached his apex? I mean, has he plateaued out here in the NFL? I kind of think he has.
I mean, he's kind of like the modern version of Tim Couch in the NFL for me. I mean, he's a midget in the Giants world. And I mean, he's going to win. He's got all the heart in the world. He's got all the determination in the world. He's got some skills. He's going to win you a few games, but he's not going to last. He's going to end up getting. I mean, he's already been hurt once this year.
Yeah.
And it's going to happen again. And plus, he's got a little bit of a fragile ego.
Oh yeah, a little.
He got a mouth on. Let's not forget the game against Kansas his senior year.
Yeah.
Or he got into it with he walked in there with for whatever reason, I don't know who pulled his bitch chain that game, but he was just not in a good mood.
Yeah,
the entire game.
And that's why I've never really been a full-fledged fan of Baker Mayfield. I like how he's played, but
I mean, I like
too much of an asshole for me to.
Yeah, I mean, I like his story. By the way, if anybody wants a score update, the game I'm most interested in right now has all love to Mikey Allday. He said he didn't want to join us today. It's 24-10 Pitt over Clemson, 13:40 left in the ball game. Pitt's got the ball 3rd and 3 on about the 48-yard line. Therefore, on Clemson 48 now, and they just got a first down and crossed over the 50. So, Pitt's ladies and gentlemen, Pitt is your ACC champion this year.
Wasn't he rooting for them to lose all year for the rest of the year?
No, I don't think he was rooting for them to lose. I think he just didn't give a damn if they won again. So, I don't think I could ever go that far for our boys. I just, if we're supposed to be that high and underperformed, I couldn't. And that's not a dispersion against Mikey. Okay, Mikey Allday is a hell of a guy. Mikey Allday is a bad man, and I mean, I'm a teacher, y'all, and Mikey does a job and gets paid very well for it, by the way, that I wouldn't want to go anywhere near.
Oh no.
And he's damn good at what he does. So
and I never can remember if I need to get on Facebook and see who my friends are. I thought I was friends with everybody in our group discussion, but I don't know if I ever friended him because I didn't know him.
Yeah,
Mikey's
good cat.
Yeah.
So keys to victory. Run game. Block that Bama front. Open up.
And as always, we got to play keep away.
Yeah.
If we can.
One of the things that just hasn't happened, and knock on wood, won't, is we really haven't turned the ball over this year. That's something that just hasn't, and that honestly that's just odd. I mean, in a perfectly good way, but it just we I don't even know what our turnover margin is, but it's not horrible. I mean, I'd say we're definitely on the plus side.
Yeah,
we got Matt Corral to throw his first interception of the year last week.
I was so proud of that.
I thought that. Yeah. By the way, remember, I'm on streaming delay. Damn it! Quit spoiling the shit for me. He.
Well, sir, you're just gonna have to get on YouTube TV.
I am on YouTube TV, which for some damn reason you have that football 30 seconds. You got that Chattanooga Gig City municipal Wi-Fi down there.
I got that citywide Wi-Fi.
Slow, I'm up here in K-Town. It's still slow as shit. They can't get the hamsters to run fast enough. So so I'm like, hey, I was like. I'm sitting here. My mother actually was in town for my daughter's birthday, so we're sitting there watching the game. It's like, oh, by the way, he's about to throw an interception. I just kind of said it like, damn you, Brandon.
Well, hell, you should have bet your mom some money. You won a little cash off of him. I'm predicting this is an interception.
I think my mother has shelled out enough for my sorry ass. Anyway, so keys to victory. Yeah, we got to. We got to play keep away. We got to block well. We got to get Hendon some time, because I mean, regardless of whether he's playing or not, he's not 100%. I mean, he could not put any weight on his leg when they took him off the field the other night. So he was hurting.
Well, and to that note, Heupel's got to have the balls to pull him if he's not.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't have a guy out there who's 25%.
And I hope that he goes to Bailey, because while Bailey does not have the wheels of Hooker, and he does not have the wheels of Milton, I don't know what's up with Joe Milton. I mean, he's just and I hate to disparage anybody's intelligence, but is the case of $1 million arm and a 10-cent brain? How do you not at least try to force the ball in the end zone? Even if you think you have another play, how do you not at least try to get the ball in there? Especially as how hard as you throw it. I mean, you could have turned it into a damn pinball machine in that end zone, bounce it off 4 or 5 guys, and maybe one of ours grabs it.
The last play of that game, well, the last 3 plays of that game were just.
God love Burrell, man. Literally, he had his fingertips. He just couldn't jump. He didn't have any gas left.
Yeah,
he couldn't get up for it. And I mean, if the ref, of course, like going back to the first quarter, if the refs made the right call, we wouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah,
because we would have been up by 2 points at that point.
It's true.
We've been up 38-36, and wouldn't have mattered. Keys to victory: get Bryce Young out of the pocket, make him scramble, make him
apply that pressure
to do a difference in wins. Try contain Brian Robinson the best you can. I mean, we still, with the exception of Matt Corral, yesterday we still had a good day stopping backs.
Oh, when they
I mean, we still have a good run defense. A lot of those runs from Corral were based on the fact that a lot of them weren't designed runs. Our coverage downfield was that good, and when you run zone, you're going to leave those holes open, and any quarterback that's got wheels is going to take advantage of it. And plus the fact they blocked it really, really well.
I just remember stop after stop when they flicked it out there to that running back. Mm-hmm. We were all over it.
And then they get the third down and Corral runs for 20 yards.
Right.
It's like, why can't I remember my mom screaming, why can't we get him? I said, mother, because they're blocking everybody. They see him. He calls out Oski, which is basically the universal term. The original play call is fucked and I'm running.
Yeah.
And they're going to block.
Yeah. Fuck it. I'm running the ball.
I'm running. Yeah. It's like, I'm going, boys. Here we get some. I'm going, somebody. I'm going. Put a hat on somebody. But if we can run the ball consistently and give Hendon a little time, and I hope having both Mays boys in there will help with our pass blocking.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I think we could probably keep it close.
Well, and look,
And I think we can hang into the second half.
call this crazy and old school, but if you got a good running back there, you don't need to be a running quarterback.
Mm-mm.
I
Mm-mm.
mean, that's very simple, but it's also the answer.
I mean, he just they Ole Miss just doesn't have the quality back that um, Alabama has. I mean, Snoop Connor and Henry Parrish are not, Brian Robinson. They're not.
Right.
Um, so I'm of the opinion that we stay tough up front and we keep
Keep them
John
covered in the
we keep
back.
John we keep John Mechie and from John Mechie from getting the ball. I mean, Young has done a good job. He spread the ball around pretty well. I mean, he's already passed for over 2,000 yards. His um, completion percentage is still about their his and Hendon's completion percentages are still about the same. They're about 70%, both of them.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're both really consistent. I mean, Young's numbers are gaudier mainly because we run the ball a lot.
Yeah.
They don't run the ball as much as we do. They
The
like
old
like
school way.
they like to throw the ball. Well, we're old school out of necessity.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so. I mean, that's the only way. Honestly, that's one of the ways I get through watching this offense, man. Is the fact that we've been running the ball really well, and I like to run the ball. I admit it. I'm a big fan. Run that clock, baby. If it's
Oh,
it can be 3-0 at the end of that game as long as we're the three, and
yeah. There
we've
you
held the
go.
ball for 30 minutes.
Well, speaking of all that, and I was going to mention this. Alabama. Where are they sitting? They still number 5.
I think there's like let's see. I'm
Did
looking.
they move up
They are currently fourth in the AP poll.
4th in the AP? We just saw
And they, and
today.
they, and they if they have a convincing victory, they I could conceivably see them like jumping Cincinnati.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Conceivably, I think it's bollocks, but I think it could happen.
Yeah. Um, well, I don't think these people, until we start talking about a national ranking where there's playoff implications, I don't think they bother to even look at a school's record right now. I think it's week by week and who won and who put up points. And
If we
I
went by
hate
that,
for
Wake Forest after this week, Wake Forest will be the number one team in the country. Let me tell you something. They hung the most points in the history against Army. They put more points on the board against Army than anybody else. And that was at
right.
West Point. They put 70. Of course, Army scored 56. So that tells you the quality of defense that was going on in that game.
Yeah.
27-10, Pitt. A little under 9 minutes left in the game.
Ooh.
So I haven't looked at. I haven't
That's
looked
a
at.
that's a big win for Pitt if they win.
I'm telling you, Pitt. I said it earlier. Pitt is your ACC champion this year.
Might
I
be.
mean, and Ole Miss is just God. What were we thinking when we picked LSU to cover, dude? It's 31-7, 10 minutes left in the game.
Damn.
Oof. Oof.
Oh well, and they're in Death Valley, aren't they?
Yes, they are. And Coach O looks like has gone to his backup. I don't know if Max Johnson got hurt. He looked like he about to get himself killed. There was one play during the third quarter where he just held on to the ball, and he had like three Ole Miss defenders like running for just like you talk about land shark. I'm like, dude, get rid of the damn ball, son. Throw it.
I've
Throw
I've
it.
now I've now got a term for when LSU just gets blown out and we pick them.
What's it called?
We were out of our corn dog loving minds.
Well, if you want to go more Cajun, we could say we're out of our boudin loving
Yeah.
minds, or po' boy loving
Oh
minds.
boy, yeah, I can
We're
get
out of
on
our
board with
po' boy
that
loving
boudin
minds.
shit.
We picked LSU to cover. I like that better. We are of our po' boy loving minds.
Oh boy.
Um, but if Alabama is always next man up. Personally, I want to see somebody knock Henry To's dick string loose on a run block, or have Evans just run over him.
Yeah.
The kid is what he was always advertised. He is their number one defender. He's their leading tackler. I think he has like 47 tackles so far in the season, and he's doing everything that we knew he would do. It's too bad it's not for us.
He's a fucking traitor.
Well, part of me feels that way. Part of me feels, he absolutely did what he thought he had to do.
Well, and
He felt betrayed by a bunch of people, not just Pruitt. And
yeah.
he did what he did what he thought was best for him. So I
Well,
can't
and
I can't completely fault the kid.
that's another distraction. All the shit that Pruitt's trying to do right now.
I think the Great Pumpkin should dip into his IRA and cut him a check.
Well,
He's the one that forced that bastard on us.
Yeah.
I love Phil Fulmer.
There are things.
I've never hidden for the fact that I love Phil Fulmer. I will never trust him again.
Hell no.
His entire tenure as athletic director at University of Tennessee was a revenge trip.
Huge.
100%.
Just a huge clusterfuck mistake from the get go. We fell for it though.
Oh yeah. It's hook, line, sinker, bobber, rod,
Half
and
the
reel.
fishing pole.
Yeah.
Part of the sandwich you're eating. Oh well, you live, you learn.
Yep. It's like Ole Miss might have a drive going.
Well,
they're on the Ole Miss 12-yard line, 13-yard line, and quarterback's rolling out to the right and throws the ball away.
I'm gonna bring it back again this week.
Hey, I missed it.
This one goes out to Mitch Allday.
It's the invisible balls at him. Here we go. Oh, yes. The Tennessee shower curtain rings. The scale cover. That's a scale cover below the shower rings. And I don't think I would go that far to decorate.
Yeah, I don't think either.
I'm a little bit more understated than my fandom. I mean, I have my Vol
You
Legends
know what I thought that
down
was?
in
Instead
the
of a
man cave.
scale cover,
Yeah.
instead of a scale cover, I thought it was like a mat that went around the base of your toilet.
It could be, but it looks like a scale cover to me.
Yeah,
Honestly. Because the reason why I say that is because it's squared off.
it's square.
It's squared
Yeah,
off at the top, as opposed because most bathroom mats that go around the toilet are rounded off at the top.
right.
So I think that's.
I'm a fan till the day I die, but I don't think I could get on board with all this. I might
No.
do a shower curtain, but once you get to a certain age, you like your shit to look nice and not, same reason I don't own a pair of Vols sheets.
I mean, I honestly don't own that much orange clothing. I own what I'm wearing right now, and this actually is not a necessarily a Tennessee shirt. This is honestly it's a swim shirt. It just happens to be orange and white, and I happen to like it, and it happens to look good. But I don't wear a lot. I don't have a. I've got one orange polo. I've got an orange. I mean, the oldest item of clothing that I own is a sweatshirt my parents bought me when I was in college. I've had it for 25 years, and I still love it. It still fits, and I've managed to hang on to it.
Yeah.
And then I have my long sleeve. I have my long sleeve Tennessee shirt that I wear. This is the one I usually wear on the Behind the Hedges show. But yeah, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, my decorating tastes tend to be a little bit understated.
Yeah.
Earth tones and things like that.
Yeah.
I don't even put a ball sticker on my car.
Yeah, I also think that's an age thing too.
I don't. It's like I don't necessarily care if I stand out or not. I mean, I don't need to mark anything.
Yeah.
On my person, on my home, or on my vehicle
Well, and once
to make me stand out. I'm crazy. I'm crazy as hell on my own. Thank you very much.
Right. I don't need to advertise it.
No, I don't either.
Well, sir, we're at 38 minutes.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna let you finish up here, and I'm gonna bring on our guest. Let you talk a little bit. You're more than welcome to, hang out in our green room after I kick you out of here.
Certainly. Boys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, our young men are getting ready to travel. They've already traveled down Interstate 59 from Birmingham to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And my dream, as it always is that we're going to go in there and in front of those beech nut chewing, Dixie drinking, RC Cola swilling hillbillies are going to go in there and stomp some Crimson Tide ass. That is my hope. This is the best chance we've had in many years in terms of our coaching level. Our ability level is rising. So it's not outside the realm of possibility. I have often said we could go 2-9 every year, as long as those two wins were against Vanderbilt and Alabama. Boys, give them hell. Don't let us down. Show the world how great it is to be a Tennessee Volunteer. and erase the past week from the minds of all these idiots who would think anything but the best of you. Godspeed, boys. Go Vols.
Hello. Hi there. So my friends, young Brandon and Dren, asked me to come on here and talk about the upcoming Alabama game. Now, I've never understood this love for Alabama and why they call it the Crimson Tide. The Crimson Tide reminds me of something that Mother went through, and we'd have to leave for a week. By the way, my name's Andy. You can call me Big Orange Andy. And I'm just here to represent my friends. They wanted me to come on. If there's two things I know about Alabama fans, it's this. In my day, you were only an Alabama fan if you were one, related to Bear Bryant, or two, had syphilis and your brain didn't work right. I don't know why there are so many Alabama fans these days. I guess they can't help it down there. Other than that, I would just like to say, go Vols, go Big Orange, and I hope you don't make fools out of yourselves. We will see you later. Love, Andy.